Yo, excuse me, bro. What do you do for a living?
I just live life.
You just living life, man?
Yeah, I just live life.
What's your name, bro?
Skrilla.
Skrilla. What song should people know about you?
6'7".
Okay.
Before Skrilla turned 6'7" into one of the biggest TikTok hits, the real 67 crew was already shaking up London streets like never before.
He's on Humble with the glasses, bro. Say cause he a savage.
This wasn't just about music. These guys brought raw energy and chaos that had everyone talking. Today we're diving into how they lit one of the wildest rap wars the UK has ever seen.
Bro, put belt right to they behind. The way that switch, I know he not.
South London has always had a tough reputation, and back in 2013, things were getting intense in Brixton. That's when a crew called 150 dropped a track called It's Cracking, and the streets went mad.
Still out here grinding. Look, everywhere I go, gang go, you know that there's a whole load of smoke.
At that time, Chicago drill rappers were already dominating the scene, spitting about real-life struggles and violence, but it took a bit before London's underground followed that same energy. When 150 and 67 finally clashed, they didn't just battle in the streets, they took it to the booth.
As a gang or a group?
We're just a group of friends that lived in the same estate. We enjoy the same things. We've decided to do music together, and then, yeah, we're here now. We're not a gang. We're not no...
It's Cracking sounded straight out of Chicago, like something Chief Keef himself would jump on. The lyrics came hard, throwing shots directly at 67 with brutal confidence. One of 150's rappers, M. Darg, was in the spotlight.
You know what I mean? We're just a group, a company, an empire. We're trying to make it out of the hood, like everyone else. Yeah? So stop trying to label us as bad people. We're very good people, and we're trying to do exactly what you're trying to do. Live a good life.
He had been active for a while and had even survived a shooting when he was younger, but 67 wasn't impressed. They fired back quick, saying he was just capping for clout and not really putting in any work. The back and forth didn't stop there. After 150 took aim with It's Cracking.
New man, they asked, how many GCSEs have you guys passed? I got zilch. That's the realest. I got 0 GCSEs, but you do not need GCSEs, and that's just the realest. Yeah.
67 clapped back using the exact same beat, making it clear that they weren't backing down for anyone. The tension was sky high, and the whole London drill scene started paying attention. Everyone could feel that this was more than just music. It was a street statement that would change the UK drill game forever.
Still pulling up on smoke. Skeng in my pocket, can't see the bulge in my coat. Bulge. Like holding me his blade, man, the man got guns that'll sink down a boat. Send a young boy round with a skeng, they ain't leaving till they see smoke.
When 67 fired back, the lyrics got wild. They came swinging with bars like, you talking shanks, I walk with straps, got a 44 and a Mac. Pure energy that hit hard. The message was loud and clear. They weren't here to play.
Bow. My niggas the realest in town. You niggas are really some jokes. Fucking jokes. First look, bro.
Lines like, he ain't done nothing for 6 years now, had the streets buzzing, as the tension between 67 and 150 started boiling over.
Wow. 6'7" don't talk to the feds, we don't do no... Little up here.
Yo.
Pull up, crash gang.
Everyone could tell something serious was about to explode. But what made it even crazier? Just a few years earlier, these same crews were actually cool with each other. 150 and 67 came from neighboring areas in South London, practically next door. They had shared history, shared faces. It was all love back then.
I think my man a hollow.
It's been trap season. Trap. My niggas made the skanks never crash like...
Before 150 was even called 150, they went by Gas Gang, and their main beef wasn't with 67 at all. It was with another group called TN1. And at that time, TN1 and 67 were tight. The peace didn't last long, though. Everything flipped after a tragic incident involving a TN1 affiliate named Zach.
EastEnders is a fucking joke. Free bro. Chopping it dead. The nitty still clucking and ringing my phone. Ringing.
One day, Zach was on his way to school when members linked to Gas Gang spotted him. They chased him down and attacked him in a brutal street confrontation that ended tragically. Zach had been trying to turn things around, stepping away from street life, but things spiraled in the worst way possible.
Chilling with bro, talking about money. Dope to the dome. Money.
Turn up in your block 10 toes, man, I'll do it, no plan.
5 Gas Gang members ended up getting charged for what happened. One of them was a young rapper named JJ. Even though JJ tried to stay low-key with his hood up, investigators were still able to identify him through CCTV footage. That single event changed everything. Zach's death set off deep anger and tension that eventually pushed 67 and 150 into one of the most talked about rivalries in UK drill history.
Off can't chill on the block every day, cause
The mic has a hollow.
I have my mash, but I hit my man with a skeng that I borrowed.
A year after Zach's tragic death, things got even darker. Another life was lost. This time, it was a guy named Ziggy, who was close with TN1 in 67. Reports say Ziggy was shot in the head during a street altercation and was left bleeding out while medics rushed to help. But just when they got there, gunfire broke out again.
6-7, that's nothing but violence.
Violence.
I bang corn on all of the ops, now I'm more in the
Bang,
tribe.
fuck the feds, fuck the feds.
Feds had me in the bush with the box phone rang, had to fling it on silent.
Flinged it.
I took a little loss that day, KMT.
The shooters allegedly started firing at the medics, forcing them to back off for their own safety. It was chaos on the block. By the time the area calmed down and the medics returned, Ziggy couldn't be saved. 2 lives had now been lost in back-to-back incidents connected to this growing feud. The tension was unbearable, and instead of cooling off, 67 took things straight to the mic. A 67 member known as Scribs, SCRS, dropped a track called Really in the Field, a bold diss aimed right at Gas Gang.
Never told, bitch, that's a code that's in the dean.
That moment turned music into warfare, and both crews started firing lyrical shots back and forth, but things were only getting started, and they were about to take a brutal twist. In 150's corner, there was a rapper named Squirrel, also known as SQ. He was beginning to find his rhythm in the music scene.
Walk down the block, he getting switched, and it still ain't leave my brain.
Trying to move legit and earn money the right way. But in 2014, while driving through his neighborhood, SQ spotted his friend Laughter being chased down by a 67 member named Quincy.
No, what's inside of it? The side? Well, what's inside of it? Let me see.
Quincy had built a name for himself in the streets, putting in serious work for 67. Drill fans first caught wind of him through a mixtape from 67 rappers Scribs and Dimsy, where Quincy's verse, recorded straight from a prison phone, made waves. It showed just how deep things ran between music, loyalty, and the streets, setting the stage for one of the rawest chapters in UK drill history.
Nah, you already know there's some calm shit though. There's some calm shit, you know. All right, when we do what you got on, gang, start with the shoes.
When Quincy got released, he didn't waste any time. He was back on the streets and ready for revenge. He rolled into 150's territory one day, chasing down SQ's close friend Laughter. Seeing what was happening, SQ jumped out of his car to help his friend, trying to stop the fight before things got worse.
Look, you see what I just did? I had to grab 2 pairs of these Jones. Okay, little show Marcellus.
SQ had been planning to turn things around. He was even going to college, hoping to leave the street life behind for good. But the moment turned tragic when Quincy attacked him, stabbing him in both the leg and the chest. Paramedics arrived fast, fighting to save SQ's life, but the damage was too severe.
I don't even know what I'm about to do with them, though.
What you about to do with them?
So, I'm about to rape them Jones, yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm about to rape them Jones.
Okay, what about the rest of the fit? Fuck, what about the rest of the fit? What about this?
He was rushed to the hospital where he sadly passed away a few days later. Quincy was later arrested and charged with manslaughter, eventually receiving a sentence of several years. But even with Quincy behind bars, the rivalry between 67 and 150 didn't cool off. It exploded.
Oh,
Is this a skirt?
Nah, this not even a skirt. This is a scarf, though. Damn, I'm giving up with the sauce, though. I'm giving the sauce up.
Okay.
This a Hermes. No, this a Hermes scarf, though.
67 started dropping diss tracks aimed straight at SQ's memory, throwing harsh bars in songs like Gang Man. In that track, 67's LD rapped, "Run a boy down like I'm SQ. Hit him in his back and his chest too." He even added,
They only made 10 of these in the country. This a Hermes skirt. They only made 10 of these in the country.
1 to 10.
Yeah. No bap, though. Literally, though. Look, you can look it up, though. No bap.
Oh, wait, what was I about to say?
"Smoking on Pistol and SQ, and I've got enough for the crew." That kind of lyrical fire had everyone in shock. 150 refused to stay quiet. They came back swinging on the same beat, with Grizzy and D1 snapping back with lines like, "Can't see a man on the street, but they doing all that rap. Most of them should have stayed in school like Zach."
I got the Saint Laurent jacket, Saint Laurent bomber jacket on. This YSL right here. I got a Zara t-shirt on.
Okay.
These Jones don't come in a pack. You gotta buy these at.
As 67's fame started rising, Scribs, one of the group's standout members, became the face of the movement. But just as 67 was catching momentum, Scribs ran into legal trouble, and authorities banned him from releasing more drill tracks. Instead of letting that stop him, he made a genius move. He switched up his name to LD and came back even harder.
One at a time, though. You feel me, though? And I got some regular Marys on, though, just to make it look, you know.
Okay, little Goyard bag.
Oh yeah, I didn't forget this. The Monte Carlo Goyard bag. You heard?
What's inside of it?
The size?
Soon after, he dropped Live Corn, a massive track that went viral and had everyone talking about 67's takeover of the UK drill scene. Back then, London drill wasn't anywhere near the mainstream. It was still deep in the underground.
Like hard to Google? You could Google it, but it ain't gonna explain. It's like you could try to do your research though. I don't even know what you find out though, bro.
But when LD stepped up, everything changed. He didn't just make noise, he put the whole UK drill scene on the map. By 2016, 67's momentum was unstoppable. The entire crew even got nominated for Best Newcomer at the MOBO Awards, proving that drill was officially breaking through.
You could put, you could put bad spirits on people too. Like you could put a person's name and like their birthday inside the, you could put them inside the Agoon pot.
While 67 was soaring, 150 started slipping behind in the charts. But they weren't out for long, because that's when a rapper from 150 named M24 entered the game.
And like you basically sending Agoon like metal, like they could get shot, stabbed, something could happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would kill him. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
M24 jumped on a track with SKD and AM, two rappers who were connected to another feared South London set known as 410. At the time, SKD and AM had serious heat. Their names carried weight across the city, and 410's reputation for violent street activity made them one of the most talked about crews in London.
It's different ways you could do things, though. Like you can actually put somebody's name in your shoe and keep it or in the bottom of your sock or in your shoe, like bad happened to him. Like, yeah.
Before long, 410's war with the Harlem Spartans became one of the biggest rivalries in UK drill history. This was even before the Harlem Spartans and Moscow 17 started going at it. Rumors spread that things went completely off the rails when members from Harlem Spartans and Moscow 17 tried to slide on 410, and it ended in tragedy.
I'm about to take y'all in my godfather crib so he can show y'all about my religion.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, nice to meet you, brother. I would love to learn about, like, the religion in the background and everything.
Sure, no problem. Follow me. Starts for the Legua, which is the path opener, Ogun, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochun.
One of the Harlem Spartans, known as Lats, reportedly rode out with a Moscow member named Miz on a moped. According to what people were saying on the streets, Lats was the one holding the weapon, ready to shoot at rivals sitting in a car, but his gun jammed. The people in the car allegedly pulled him inside and attacked him before fleeing the scene.
He's a hunter of the religion. That one is Chango, the Lord of Thunder, Lightning. This is Ochun, Odudua.
Just to further our understanding, how much does these figures mean to you guys?
Well, to me, they mean the world. They mean everything to me.
You just get it and you gotta actually take care of everything and do the stuff that you're supposed to do.
Lots didn't make it, and from that moment, the tension between 410 and Harlem Spartans went through the roof. 410 was accused of being behind Lats's death, and rappers like Skengdo and AM kept sending lyrical shots at Harlem Spartans in their tracks. It didn't take long before authorities took notice. The police ended up arresting several members over their songs and street activity.
Before I signed my deal, that's what I asked for. And we was sitting in here before I even did it, the day before I did it. 2 days before I did it, and then I made my decision what I asked for, and then I got what I asked for.
So you really feel like you were blessed by higher powers to be signed and all that?
I know, for sure.
Meanwhile, M24's career started catching serious fire after his collaborations with Skengdo and AM. His energy, street talk, and gritty delivery pushed him into the spotlight. But while 150 was gaining back attention through M24,
but I got masks that you can't wear.
How many masks do you got?
Probably like 10 to 15. But I got masks that you can't wear, like ancient masks from like different tribes though, from old ancient masks though. I gotta show it to you, like from African tribes.
67 was dealing with a whole new problem. Another violent feud brewing between them and a local rival group known as Claptown, also called CT. Things were far from over. By 2019, the streets were still on fire, and things took a dark turn for 67.
No shots, cause I be sipping lean. Serving cutties got the block, had that shit in my jeans.
One of their members, Leaks, was out driving through CT's area with his 40-year-old brother Gavin when everything went wrong. They were just cruising when CT affiliates allegedly spotted their car and gave chase. Gavin wasn't even involved in the street stuff. He had no gang ties at all. But in a panic, he tried to get away and ended up crashing into a traffic light.
Excited.
Yeah, goddamn.
Okay.
I said, when I seen a blitz, you gonna get that done. I done popped so many perks, I couldn't.
Before Gavin could even step out of the car, CT members ran up to the vehicle and attacked him through the window. The situation turned tragic fast. Gavin didn't make it. The streets erupted after that. Both sides went on a wave of retaliation with reports of non-stop sliding between 67 and CT.
Okay.
God damn.
Okay. Respect, bro. Why should people check out your music?
They don't got to it. You know, I'm just myself. I just be myself, you know?
Not long after, a 67 member known as Giant allegedly stabbed a CT affiliate called Stomps. That same year, another CT member named S1 was also killed, and rumors across the city pointed straight at 67. The violence just kept escalating. 67 wasn't holding back. Alongside several stabbings, they were also accused of being involved in the shooting of an opponent named Reckless.
What's something the fans don't know about you?
Like, I just got this car. This from 1967.
1967?
1967.
That shit's
from
tough,
1967.
Who was affiliated with a crew called Up Top, UTH, a group linked with 156. It was chaos across South London. 67's name was everywhere, from headlines to street corners, but all that heat brought major attention from the police.
How many likes does this video need to get for you to take me on a ride?
6'7".
6'7". Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Before long, authorities launched a massive operation that changed everything. In 2019, police raided multiple locations, arresting 16 members connected to 67 and shutting down a citywide cocaine network. Among those caught in the sweep,
I'm a side though.
What's that mean exactly?
Like, all that sacrifice and goats and all that shit, not just for like,
was LD, 67's biggest star at the time. His arrest hit the crew hard and left a huge gap in their movement. Meanwhile, 150 was on the rise again, with artists like M24 keeping their name alive in the rap game.
6'7" represents. It just represents my brain, like what comes up in my head. Everybody that I played it for fuck with it, but it was like funny. I liked it though, so I ended up leaking it on my Instagram to see what my fans thought, and hey, this shit went crazy.
With 67 facing serious legal troubles, it looked like the crew that once ruled London's drill scene was about to lose its crown. Just when it seemed like 67 was done for, things took another wild twist. A crew called Rupel Park, RP, started falling apart, and a bunch of its members began repping 67. This brought new energy and a fresh wave of rappers into the camp.
Pull up, do. 6'7". Yeah, no, that's tough though. TK was started that shit though, like doing this motion. 6'7". You ever heard of him? He the basketball player. He the one that started this.
But not everyone from RP was down with 67. Some had their own paths. For example, Grizzy, who now represents UTH and 150, actually came up in Rupel Park. According to street rumors, some TN1 guys allegedly robbed and roughed him up, and after that he switched sides, deciding to rep 150 and UTH instead. As 67 evolved, they started using new names to represent their different cliques. They went by Jump Out Gang, Jog, and Search and Destroy, SAD, names that reflected the raw energy they brought both in the streets and in their music. But even as their name changed, their problems didn't stop. After LD and several original 67 rappers got locked up for drug and firearm charges, a new generation stepped up to carry the flag. Two of the main rising stars were VD and Dopey, both originally from Rupel Park. They brought new life to 67 with their street-heavy drill tracks that racked up big numbers online.
It's so mad. I'm gonna throw Gets and JME to share that fifth one, cause no one can't rap like JME. No one can't spit like JME in this whole country. You get me? So yeah.
Fans love their gritty style, and for a moment, it looked like 67 was making a full comeback. But then, things spiraled again. VD and Dopey were accused of being involved in the killing of a rapper named Lil D.
I've always said it. There's only like 5 other artists in the whole of the UK that can bars with Tef.
And who are those 5 artists?
I don't know all of them, but I know Chip, Wretch,
who repped a group called LG8. What made it even more shocking was that LG8 had no beef with 67 at all. According to what people were saying, the situation was personal, not gang-related.
Chip, Wretch, Potter Paper are definitely the other 3. Skepta, definitely. And then
but it ended violently outside a local KFC. Both VD and Dopey were arrested and charged for the case. Eventually, Dopey managed to beat the charges, but VD wasn't as lucky. He got convicted, dealing 67, yet another serious blow.
What is the one thing about you that people think that isn't true?
That I'm a devil. They think I'm a devil. I'm a flipping good guy.
And it didn't stop there. 67 was also closely connected to another group called Team Raw, who were ready to ride for them. But in 2020, one of Team Raw's members, known as 16 Shots, allegedly went on a mission against 150, and what happened next turned into one of the most shocking moments in London's drill history.
I'm a family guy. I just do what's right for the family. You get me? Even if I have to do wrong to do right, I'll do wrong to do right. It all makes sense in the end. Yeah.
16 Shots and 2 of his crew jumped into a stolen car and set out looking for rivals, setting the stage for a night that would leave the city frozen. It all went down on Wandsworth Road. Things turned into pure chaos that night. 16 Shots and his crew were driving through the area when they spotted someone they believed was an enemy.
You made the 6'7" thing?
6'7".
Oh my God.
They jumped out and tried to chase him down, but the guy managed to escape. Instead of backing off, 16 Shots and his friends kept circling around, still looking for rivals.
LD wears a mask at all times to protect his identity, and so they say he is also standing in for Scribs, who was banned by the police from making music.
At the same time, a 150 rapper named Sticks was celebrating his birthday at a party nearby. When 16 Shots and his crew heard about it,
the way that switch around, he died. 6'7", I just bit right on the highway.
They allegedly decided to pull up and target him. No one knows exactly how the next moments unfolded, but reports say their car suddenly flipped during the chase, leaving the whole scene in chaos.
People always say that shit. They spam it. They spam at 6'7". They spam at 6'7". 6'7".
After the crash, 16 Shots' friends scattered, running in different directions, but 16 Shots himself got out and ran straight towards Sticks with a knife in his hand, determined to strike.
No, what's inside of it? The side? Well, what's inside of it? All right, last question. If you was gonna link a girl right now.
He managed to stab Sticks a few times before dozens of 150 affiliates reacted. At least 15 people reportedly started chasing 16 Shots through the street. The scene turned violent fast, and in the end, 16 Shots was overwhelmed. When everything was over, it was reported that 16 Shots had been stabbed repeatedly.
Fire, brother. What's next for you? What are you working on?
An album called Z. I'm about to drop an album called Z. I'm about to drop a video with Lil Yachty though. We about to drop a video.
The attack was shocking even by drill standards. Police later confirmed that he died at the scene from his injuries. The whole city was stunned, and the streets were buzzing with talk about what happened. The same day the news broke, Sticks went on Instagram Live, where he made posts mocking 16 Shots' death, adding even more fuel to an already brutal feud.
You mentioned your religion. What religion exactly do you represent?
I'm a Santo. I do Palo.
Authorities later arrested multiple 150 members in connection with the killing, but the cycle of retaliation didn't stop. Just a month later, Team Raw faced another tragedy when one of their own, Caplock, was killed.
The shooter stay strapped. I don't need my bro put belt right to they behind. The way that switch, bro, I know he died. 6'7". I just bit right on the highway.
Around that same period, 67's war with CT was still raging hard. And in 2022, CT suffered a major loss when one of their biggest members was taken out in the conflict. The violence between these South London crews had been running for nearly a decade by this point, with every move in music or on the streets creating new waves of chaos. What started as drill beef had now turned into one of the most infamous street sagas in UK rap history.
I just bit right on the highway. Check up, sitting in the driveway.
Perm was one of CT's most popular rappers, a real face of the crew. For years, he'd been holding it down for his set and had strong ties with Sticks and several other members from 150. But in 2022, tragedy struck again. According to reports, PERM was driving through South London when rivals spotted his car and started chasing him. He tried to shake them off, speeding through the streets, but things went horribly wrong.
Nah, these questions are kind of mad.
What would happen if I came to New Park Road? What do you say, Monkey? New Park Road's safe, I'm just saying. New Park Road's very safe.
What? What's that for? Intruder or?
During the chase, Perm's car hit a delivery driver on a bike, an innocent man just doing his job. The crash caused a fatal accident, and the impact made Perm lose control of the car completely. He jumped out trying to escape on foot, but the shooters were already close behind. Moments later, PERM was found dead at the scene.
I got some Mason I got some Mason Margielas, all black Mason Margielas though. But I just had a show last night, so see these joints thick, yeah. Okay, type shit. I just had a show yesterday, that's why.
It was a shocking loss for CT, one that hit the entire drill community hard.
If you was on your way to link a girl, what would you wear?
If I was on my way to link a girl, Balenciaga draws.
Type shit, last thing she saw. You feel me? Appreciate your time,
Not long after Perm's death, 150 was hit with another blow. One of their own gang, Roy, was reportedly killed in a feud with a crew called Ciroc. What made it even more tragic was that 150 and Kyrock used to be allies. They had connections going back years, but rumors of betrayal and alleged snitching tore them apart, sparking violence that ended with Roy losing his life.
Okay. But you feel me? Good paint on the margins, good paint on the feet.
You feel me? You just throw them in the bag, yo, man.
Type shit. Little splash of Margiela. Okay.
Yeah. As time went on, the London drill scene began to shift. The dominance that 67 and 150 once had started fading. New generations of artists were coming up, changing the sound and the game. But the tension between the old rivals never really disappeared. The disses, threats, and coded messages in tracks kept flying, showing that the past was far from forgotten. Then in 2025, 67 made a bold move. They decided to film a music video right inside CT and UTH territory. It was meant to send a message, showing that they weren't scared of anyone. But that decision backfired badly. Less than 24 hours later, reports came out that 3 masked individuals pulled up on Kai, a 67 member, and gunned him down. Rumors spread fast across social media that CT, UTH, and 150 had allegedly joined forces for the hit. It was one of the most dramatic turns in the saga. Proof that even after all these years, the war between these South London crews was still alive, still dangerous, and still making headlines. Some people believe that the hit on Kai was revenge, a direct payback for PERM's death years earlier. Whether that's true or not, one thing's for sure, this beef is far from over. The only reason things have cooled down even a little is because so many key members have either been locked up or taken off the streets. Still, every now and then, new drama sparks up, keeping the tension alive. Now it looks like 150 has its own internal issues to deal with. Rapper M24 was carrying the crew's name high in the drill scene, dropping bangers and bringing major attention to their block. But lately, another member from the same area named JM has been calling him out, saying M24 isn't really showing love to the people who helped build the set or to the ones sitting behind bars. According to rumors, JM felt like M24 was forgetting his roots, and things got so heated that JM actually chased M24 off the block. This wasn't the first time JM had issues with his own crew either. A few years back, he got shot and barely survived, and after recovering, he jumped on Snapchat, calling out 150 for not standing up for him when it happened. That move caused serious tension inside the gang, and no one's been killed over 150's internal beef so far, but the situation feels like it could blow up at any moment. With 67 still around and plenty of unfinished business between the two sides, it's only a matter of time before the next chapter in this long, bloody rivalry unfolds. The war between 67 and 150 has lasted more than a decade now, shaping the streets and the sound of UK drill itself. And even though some of the main players are gone or locked away, the legacy and the danger still live on. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more crazy stories just like this, and I'll see you in the next one.